Hello, third graders. Welcome to our ELA mini lesson for Friday, September 18th. Let's go ahead and read our I can statement. I can determine the main idea and supporting details of a text read aloud by explaining a character's feelings and actions. So before we dive into our story called Penguin Problems, let's take a moment to think and talk. Have you ever woken up in a bad mood and just had trouble getting out of it? For me personally, there's been times when I've woken up in a bad mood because I did not get a good night's sleep. And yeah, sometimes it's hard to get out of it, but I usually get out of it as soon as I step in my classroom. Students really brighten up my day. Set a purpose for reading today. Penguin wakes up in a bad mood and is upset with everything and everyone. So let's listen to find out how Walrus helps him change his outlook. As we're reading, to better understand our character of Penguin and Walrus, we're going to be answering some of these text-dependent questions. So number one, what are some of the problems Penguin says he has? What does Walrus tell Penguin? What personality trait describes Walrus? What does Penguin say he is thankful for after Walrus changes his mindset? And last but not least, how does Penguin's feelings change throughout the story? So how does he feel in the beginning of the story? And how does that change by the end of the story?
Jory John and Lane Smith. It's way too early. My beak is cold. What's with all the squawking, you guys? It snowed some more last night, and I don't even like the snow. It's too bright out here. I'm hungry. I'd like a fish. Where are all the fish? Hey, fish, get out here. The ocean smells too salty today. I'm not buoyant enough. I sink like a dumb rock.
So already,
It's too salty today.
Already, just in the first few pages, Penguin is listing a number of problems he says he has. He's hungry, he can't find any fish. He sinks like a rock. The ocean smells too salty. On the page before, it was too cold. It was too bright. His problems seem endless.
I'm not buoyant enough. I sink like a dumb rock. It's way too dark down here. Brr! I said brr! Oh, great, an orca. Oh, great, a leopard seal. Oh, great, a shark. What is it with this place? I don't like being hunted. I'm still hungry, but my flippers ache. I waddle too much. I look silly when I waddle. See? I wish I could fly, but I can't. See? Everybody looks the same as me. I look the same as everybody else. Mom, I literally have no idea who you are. Dad, I literally have no idea what you're talking about. My name is Mortimer. I have so many problems and nobody even cares. Excuse me, sir. What? Good afternoon. I sense that today has been difficult, but lo, look around you, Penguin. Have you noticed the way the mountains are reflecting in the ocean like a painting? Have you gazed upon the blue of the cloudless winter sky, my friend? Have you felt the sun as it gently warms your back? Have you simply stood with your penguin brothers and sisters and elders who adore you? Yes, some things are challenging out there. Yes, we have difficult moments, from the walruses to the polar bears, from the whales to the penguins. But hear me now, my new friend. I wouldn't trade my life for any other, and I am quite sure you wouldn't think either. I am certain that when you think about it, you'll realize that you are exactly where you need to be. Please think about
So let's take a moment and really dig deep into what Walrus is telling Penguin. So what does Walrus tell Penguin? I go back into the text. I love this second paragraph where Walrus says, yes, some things are challenging out here. Yes, we all have difficult moments, from the walruses to the polar bears, from the whales to the penguins. But hear me now, my new friend, I wouldn't trade my life for any other. So in your own words, what is Walrus really telling Penguin? In my mind, Walrus is telling the penguin that yes, even though life does have some hardships, there's also a lot of great and wonderful things in our lives. And those are the things that we need to focus on. If you look at question 3, what personality trait describes Walrus? Well, in fact, Walrus is quite the opposite of Penguin. Penguin is very negative, and Walrus I would describe as hopeful and optimistic. He is very positive about life and the future. So what personality trait describes Walrus? He is hopeful.
what I've said, Penguin. Goodbye for now. Who the heck was that guy? Why do strangers always talk to me? Walruses don't understand penguin problems? Okay. Maybe that walrus has a point. After all, I do love the mountains, and the ocean, and the sky. And I have friends and family. This is my only home, and this is my only life. Maybe things will work out after all. My beak is cold. It's dark way too early.
All right, let's go back
Beak is
to
cold. This is my
that
only
last
life.
page. What does Penguin say he's thankful for after Wallace changes his mindset? Well, it's quite interesting enough. He says he's thankful for some of the things that was bothering him in the beginning of the story. He is still thankful for the ocean, even though sometimes it may be too cold or salty. He's thankful for the sky. Even though he has tons of friends and family, he still has friends and family and a home. So instead of looking at those things as being a negative thing in his life, he turns around and looks at them as being positive, which is also our answer to number 5. How does Penguin's feelings change throughout the story? So how does he feel in the beginning of the story? How does he feel in the end? Penguin in the beginning of the story listed all the problems he has. But by the end of the story, he really looks at those problems as a blessing in his life. So what was Walrus's advice and how did it change the story? If we remember, Walrus's advice was to focus on all the beautiful positive things in this life and in your world. And that really, his advice changed how Penguin looked at his own life. Even though there are challenges, we also have many things to be thankful for. Our final important takeaway of our week of positivity. Penguin was upset and disappointed in everything around him until Walrus encouraged him to be grateful for what he has. We learn to focus on the positive instead of the negative. We learn to be thankful for things that we do have. And I hope you all take that into heart as you continue this 3rd grade year. Even though there may be some negative things, we have a lot of positive things to be grateful for and thankful.